I read in your column in the Toronto Sun that there weren't as many people wearing poppies, and I think there are a number of reasons for that. Sometimes they fall off and people do have them and so on, but I just felt that it is important. We must not ever, as far away as we get from the Great Wars especially, but even from the ones that were not as big, we mustn't forget the sacrifice these people made that makes it possible for us to have a city hall and all that. And so I just think that if you go out and say to people, put one on, everybody does very happily. I think part of the challenge is now there are fewer Legion members, and they used to be the ones that were the sales force, as it were, that made sure that these poppies were out there. And I think it's harder for them to get the people, like it is for a lot of things. And so even though they're in Tim Hortons and so on, I think it's just that there are a few people giving them out. But when you give them out, everybody wants to wear them. They know it's important, so I'm glad we were able to do it today. And I put $100 in there because there were 100 of the poppies, and that's sort of $1, but I can tell you there were other people who gave more per poppy, and they stuffed their money in there with my $100, so there's probably now $150 in there, because people, even though I told them I'd bought them, they wanted to give their own money. I'll be here for the ceremony. I think it is really important that people focus on coming down this year, because oftentimes the one downtown, people are in the office buildings working, but it's on a Saturday this year, which should mean it's easier for people to come, but they may not be downtown. I hope they will come downtown, because there are many important ceremonies across the city, but this is the one in front of our cenotaph, our main memorial to the fallen soldiers, and I just hope people will take the time on Saturday, take the transit, come downtown and come to the ceremony here. That's a very moving ceremony every year.
Oh my goodness, John Tory, wow.
How you doing? Thank you for wearing a poppy. That's fantastic.